Hello everyone, if you want to check your practices, you may watch this video. We are going to start with integer exponents practices. We have practice 0.10. Evaluate each expression. Let's get started with the first one. We have negative 3 to 4th, and we can notice that the fourth exponent is only above the number 3. The negative sign is not included. So the answer will be negative, and we are going to open parentheses, and we are going to multiply 3 4 times, which will get 81, and the final answer will be negative 81. Let's move to the second example. We have parentheses negative 3 all to the fourth. So we can notice that the negative is included with the fourth power, or with the exponent to the fourth. So the answer will differ from the first practice, since negative number multiplied by itself 4 times or even times, it will result to a positive number. So the answer of this will be positive 81. Now let's move to point C. We have 3 squared, or 3 to second, multiplied by 3, which will be equal to 9. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9, and we are going to multiply it by 3 once again, and it will result to 27. Now let's move to point D. We have 3 to the 5th over 3 to 8th. Since we have the same base, which is 3, we can subtract the exponents. So it will equal to 3 to the power of 5 minus 8, and it will result to 3 to the power of negative 3. Since we have negative power, so the result will be in the denominator, and it will equal to 1 over 27, which is 3 multiplied by itself 3 times. Now let's move to point B from practice 0.10. We have evaluate each algebraic expression when x is equal to 4. So you need to substitute the value of x by 4. Let's have point A. So negative x to the power of negative 2. Now we are going to substitute x with 4. We are going to put negative parentheses, then we are going to put number 4 instead of x to the power of negative 2. Since we have a negative exponent, we are going to put the number into the denominator. Now we are going to put negative 1 over 4 squared, and it will result to negative 1 over 16. Now let's move to point B. We have 1 over 4 parentheses negative x to the fourth. So let's substitute x by 4. 1 over 4 parentheses negative 4 to the fourth. So negative 4 have an even exponent. It will be a positive. So the result will be 1 over 4, 256, and it will be equal to 64. Now let's move to practice C of 0.10. Use the properties of exponents to simplify each expression. Let's have point A, parentheses 2 x to the power of negative 2 y to third multiplied by parentheses negative x to fourth and y. It will equal to negative 2 x to the power of negative 2 plus 4 and y to the third plus 1. Since there is a multiplication between these two parentheses, we just did collecting the exponents of the same bases, like x to negative 2 plus 4, and the result will be equal to negative 2x squared and y to fourth. Let's move to point B. We have parentheses 4 multiplied by a squared and b cubed, all to the power of 0. Now any number to the power of 0, the result of it will be the multiplicative identity, which is 1. Now let's move to point C. We have parentheses negative 5z all cubed multiply by z squared. So we are going to distribute the cubed exponent. So it will be negative 5 cubed and z cubed, and we have another z squared, so we are going to add them. It will be z to the power 3 plus 2. It will equal to negative 125, which is 5 multiplied by itself 3 times, and z to the 5th power. Now let's move to point D. We have parentheses 3x to 4th over x to 2nd multiplied by y to 2nd all over to the 2nd power. So to solve this problem, we need to distribute the power to 2nd to all of these terms. So we will start with number 3. It will be 3 multiplied by 3, which is 9. Then we are going to multiply the exponent of x, which is 4 by 2, over x to 2nd multiplied by 2, and y to 2nd multiplied by 2. So we distribute the squared exponent for all the terms. It will equal to 9x to 8th over x to 4th and y to 4th. Now we can see that x in the denominator is to the 8th power, and there is another x in the denominator to the 4th power, and there is no addition or subtraction sign, so they can eliminate each other. Or we can do it this way. We will have 9 multiplied by x to 8th minus 4 over y to 4th, and this will give us the final result, which will be 9 multiplied by x to the 4th over y to the 4th. Let's move to point D from practice 0.10. Rewrite each expression with positive exponent. In point A, we have 2 multiplied by a to the power of negative 2. Since we have a variable that is to the power of negative number, we are going to make it in the denominator. So we will have 2 over a squared. In point B, we have 3 multiplied by a to the power of negative cube multiplied by b to the 4th power all over 15 multiplied by a and multiplied by b to negative 1st. So we can rewrite this expression. We will have b to the power of 4 plus 1, that was in the denominator. We make it in a positive statement, over 3. We did eliminate the 3 over 15 and we come up with 1 over 3 multiplied by a to the power of 1st plus cube, that was in the numerator. So this will be equal to b to the 5th over 3a to the 4th. Let's move to point C. We have parentheses x over 10 all to the power of the negative 1st. Since we have a fraction and all the fraction is to the power of negative number, we can flip the fraction upside down, or we can do it this way. We are going to distribute the negative 1 to the numerator and then the denominator. Then we are going to rewrite this fraction. So it will be 10 over x. Let's move to the last point of this practice. We have parentheses negative 2x squared all cubed multiplied by 4x cubed all to the power of negative 1. We can see that there is a negative power or a negative exponent. We are going to make it in the denominator. So we will have this form, parentheses negative 2 multiplied by x squared all cubed over 4 multiplied by x cubed. Now we can distribute the cube that is in the numerator. It will result to negative 8x to the 6th power over 4 multiplied by x to the 3rd, and the final answer will be negative 2 multiplied by x to the 3rd.